On October 5, 1999, the bustling city of London was waking up to a typical autumn day. At 8:06 a.m., as commuters boarded their trains, a devastating rail collision unfolded near Ladbroke Grove, just outside Paddington Station. A Great Western Express train traveling from Cheltenham to London Paddington collided head-on with a Thames Trains commuter service heading to Bedwin. The impact was catastrophic, killing 31 people and injuring over 500 others, making it one of the worst rail disasters in British history.
The crash occurred when the Thames Trains service leaving Paddington passed a red signal S9, near Ladbroke Grove. Moments later, it collided with the oncoming Great Western Express, which was traveling at 130 km/h, 80 mph. The force of the collision caused a massive fireball as one of the fuel tanks ruptured and ignited. Passengers and crew were trapped in the mangled wreckage, many succumbing to the flames or injuries sustained in the violent impact. Emergency responders arrived swiftly, but the chaotic scene presented immense challenges. Firefighters, paramedics, and police worked tirelessly to rescue survivors from the twisted metal, while thick smoke and intense heat hindered their efforts. For the survivors, the experience was harrowing. Many described hearing screams and struggling to escape as fire engulfed the carriages.
The tragedy left the nation in shock and mourning. Among the victims were commuters, families, and train staff, each with stories that resonated across the country. In the days following the crash, memorials and tributes poured in for the lives lost, while survivors and families of victims demanded answers. How could such a catastrophic accident happen on one of the UK's busiest rail networks? The disaster also brought to light the incredible courage of ordinary people. Passengers risked their lives to help others escape, and emergency responders showed extraordinary bravery in confronting the inferno. Their efforts saved many lives, providing a glimmer of hope amidst the devastation.
The investigation into the Paddington train crash revealed a series of critical safety failures. The primary cause was the Thames Trains driver passing a red signal, but deeper issues soon emerged. Signal S909, the one ignored by the driver, had a history of being difficult to spot due to its placement and surrounding infrastructure. Multiple near misses at the same signal had been reported before the crash, yet no decisive action had been taken. Furthermore, the crash exposed flaws in the UK's rail safety systems. At the time, automatic train protection, ATP, a technology designed to prevent trains from passing red signals, was not universally implemented across the network. The report highlighted a lack of accountability and urgency in addressing known safety risks. The findings sparked outrage, as it became clear that the disaster could have been prevented.
The Paddington train crash became a turning point for railway safety in the UK. The public inquiry, led by Lord Cullen, resulted in a comprehensive set of recommendations aimed at transforming the rail industry. Among the most significant was the accelerated implementation of the Train Protection and Warning System, TPWS, designed to reduce the likelihood of collisions caused by signal violations. The crash also prompted a cultural shift within the rail industry, emphasizing safety as a top priority. Greater investment was made in training programs, signal visibility improvements, and advanced safety technologies. The tragedy spurred the creation of the Rail Safety and Standards Board, RSSB, to oversee safety regulations and foster collaboration across the industry.
For the families of the 31 victims, the Paddington train crash remains a deeply personal tragedy. Memorials have been established to honor those who lost their lives, including a permanent memorial at Paddington Station. Annual commemorations provide a space for reflection and healing, ensuring that the victims are never forgotten. Survivors and their families continue to advocate for safety improvements, channeling their grief into meaningful action.
The Paddington train crash highlighted the devastating consequences of complacency in safety standards. It served as a wake-up call for the rail industry and government, proving that systemic failures can have catastrophic outcomes. While the reforms brought about by the disaster have improved rail safety, the lessons of that day remain a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and accountability.
The Paddington train crash was a tragedy that shook the UK, but it also became a catalyst for lasting change. The improvements in rail safety, driven by the lessons learned from this disaster, have made the country's railways safer for millions of passengers. For those affected, the memory of October 5, 1999 is one of loss and pain, but also of resilience and hope for a safer future.